home to the world's most iconic monuments, the mighty pyramids of Giza.
Humans have traveled to the moon and revealed the secrets of the Teos Hum, the Devil's Pot, and perhaps indeed the pyramids of Egypt. But there's still a bounty of phenomenon that science can't explain yet. So here are the 10 things that science can't explain. By the way, make sure to click that subscribe button to stay up to date with all our engaging videos, and use that trigger finger by smashing that like button. Now let's get into it.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Do you want to learn the secret of improving all aspects of your life and unlocking what you're really capable of? The legendary Bob Proctor spent over 57 years learning this one thing and is hosting a free webinar where he reveals what he's learned and what actually works. He'll teach you the law of compensation, a secret only the mega wealthy know of but not taught in our educational system, and the impression of increase, the law of laws that will increase areas in all aspects of your life, whether it be in health, relationships, or wealth. Right now, the first 200 people to use the link below will get access to this free webinar. Now, let's get back to the video.
Number 10, a good old yawn. We attempt to stifle them in polite company and utilize them as a signal to head for the pillow. But yawning is a mystery to scientists. They're still not completely sure why we do it. One clarification is that the act of yawning helps keep our temperature at a relentless level and cools our brains down. But that remains a theory. Another mystery is why our yawns appear to be catching. How frequently have you found yourself yawning even if you're not tired? Absolutely because somebody else nearby is doing it. A 2005 study proposed this was down to our brain's capacity to empathize with those around us. Interestingly, it appears chimpanzees will actually copy humans too, when they let out a yawn as well. But why that's happening in the first place still hasn't been pinned down in truth. Number 9, how a tomato came to have more genes than a human. Place a human being next to a tomato, and you couldn't see more different. But they do have one thing in common, genes. It's what all life forms have and known as our DNA. Our genes fundamentally decide who we are and what we look like. A tomato may not seem as complex as an individual, however, it takes about 7,000 more genes to form one, approximately 30,000 in total, than it does a human being. So essentially, there's more hereditary information in your bottle of ketchup than it took to create Greta Thunberg, Nelson Mandela, Dua Lipa, otherwise, you. In recent years, some clarification has been found for this peculiarity in DNA. It dates back to about 70 million, a long time back when the tomato's family tripled its number of genes, two known as its genome, meaning each gene had 3 duplicates. As time passed, the addition genes that served no reason vanished, but those applicable remain, leading to the high number of genes in a tomato nowadays. Humans, on the other hand, appear to be more efficient with the less genes they have. A method called alternative splicing implies one quality can be assembled in numerous ways, like including or removing building blocks, so it can produce other things. Yes, how the tomato managed to triple its gene count, still a riddle. Number 8, slippery when frozen. We take extra care when walking on ice. Why? Well, its surface has far less friction than, say, a carpet or wooden floorboards, which is why our feet can vanish from underneath and send us slipping if we step out on a frozen pavement on a winter's day. You likely got the hang of this portion by now, but scientists still can't come up with a conclusive answer to how this happens. It's broadly accepted that ice is so slippery due to a lean film of liquid on its surface. The mystery is why this layer shapes at all. For many years, it was thought that this was actually due to external pressure, such as an ice skater moving over it, melting the top of the frosty surface. However, advanced research suggests that an ice skater would not apply the appropriate amount of weight to do this, even if their weight was concentrated on one skate. Moreover, recent studies suggest that surface ice does not completely change into liquid water, but instead ends up a mixed state between ice and water. The mystery of sliding on ice could be that it attributed to this film's horrendous or slimy nature. So it might be, but it's by no means a fact. Number 7, why we sleep. Everybody does it, whether it's 10 hours on a full marshmallow pillow or 10 minutes on a stiff back chair. There's nothing quite so luxurious as a bit of shut-eye. It's not just us either. Anyone who has a cat that closely resembles a fluffy snoring pillow, or a dog that's always hogging the rug in front of the fire, will know that sleep is close to the heart of various species. Sleep must serve a fundamental purpose. It's just that scientists, well, they don't know what it is. A few people theorize that it can provide the brain time to get rid of unnecessary information after a long day. Other thinks it's essential for uniting new abilities. Essentially, we're just speculating. Its status as essential has been addressed since researchers discovered a gene mutation that permits individuals to sleep for just 2 hours and be completely fine. Sleep? When are we going to put why to bed? Number 6, why we dream. School without your pants on, a romantic liaison with a hated boss, falling and falling and falling. Some dreams feel just a little too real, but what is really the point of these terrifying night insights into your psyche? The truth with this is we just don't know. Some scientists theorize that dreams help you solve problems. Others suggest that they're just some random images with no meaning at all. But ultimately, we cannot assure you that they do not signal something abnormal deep in your psyche because we just don't know.
To thank you for watching this video, we're offering you an absolutely free training webinar. Have you ever wondered how to end procrastination and self-sabotage so you can unleash your full potential to live the life you deserve? #1 best-selling author and high-performance coach Peter Sage is hosting a free webinar where he'll teach you how to increase your wealth with less time and struggle, and also how to hyper-boost your growth and success so you can finally break out of any rut you find yourself in. Right now, Peter and his team are offering a free $100 gift to anyone who doesn't find his webinar as the best use of their time within the last 5 years. Now, let's get back to the video.
Number 5, why cats purr. You'll stop feeling self-satisfied that Tittles only purrs for you because, to be honest, we're not completely sure why he does it. The cat has no purring organ in its throat, and we still aren't sure about the correct area in the anatomy of cats. Some suggest that's caused by the narrowing and widening of the larynx, but that remains something of theory. What's more, cats don't only purr when they're happy, but also when they're eating, suckling, and giving birth. However, it has been found that cats' purrs fall within the frequency range required for bone healing. So Tittles might not adore you, but he may have superpowers. Number 4, how birds migrate. Heading to a hotter climate to escape the chilly nip of winter isn't the sole preserve of people with cash to burn. Numerous species of birds relocate over fantastically long distances in order to lay their eggs or escape the harsh winters. Answers about how they really manage it, however, it hasn't been that simple for scientists to discover. For example, a few birds relocate to their hereditary lands without any guidance at all. Scientists theorize that birds utilize the stars or Earth's magnetic field to navigate, fail to cover how birds can find the precise coordinates of an area without ever having visited them before. Number 3, the placebo effect. Your brain is effective as any drug, well, a few drugs anyway. As long as you expect a pill to have an effect, it does. Indeed, if that pill is made of nothing but sugar. The brain is a fantastically powerful thing, and scientists are only starting to touch the tip of the iceberg to get how it works. One of the things that can clarify is the placebo effect, which works for pills and incredibly for surgery. As long as the brain thinks surgery has been performed, the body will start to get better. Who knows? Perhaps one day we'll be able to harness this special ability and cure some of our own ailments. Number 2, how bicycles work. Confusion around how the bike works may not come as much of a surprise to those of us who were instructed to ride by a well-meaning older brother, but it may be a confusion that continues to exist within the scientific community. The first bikes were invented through trial and error, and the finest creators proceeded to be those with experience rather than those with amazing engineering knowledge. Some researchers have theorized that it was due to the caster effect or even the gyroscopic force that keeps the spinning top upright. Both of these theories were disproved by some scientists at Cornell University. However, when they made a functioning bike that had neither of those things. Number 1, gravity. Just all of it. If you were under the impression that Isaac Newton had sorted this question out, then you, like me, were wrong. Gravity is incredibly weak and incredibly strong, holding the entire universe together while also being 10 to the 36 times more vulnerable than the force that brings two magnets together. What's more, once you get down to the molecular level, gravity just, well, disappears. So what can you say about the 10 things that science can't explain? Let us know in the comment section below, and hey, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so we continue giving you the best content. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.